there's still not a lot that can be done to the F-100 right now. So I figured today we can start getting this new frame and powertrain ready. A lot of memories in this truck for me. Had it for over 10 years. It's been a great truck mechanically and every other way. It's just a 300,000 mile truck that needs to be rebuilt. So I figured why not just rebuild it with a little bit of, cool factor. So I started taking this apart last night. Didn't use a single tool. I'm not really using any of this plastic again. So that was all just grab and pull. So I figured today I can do something just kind of fun, because I only got maybe an hour or so. I just got off work. So only like an hour or so before the sun goes down. So I figure I'll do this. I will continue the process of taking the interior apart by getting these seats out, seeing what they look like in there to determine if I want to use them or if I want to recover the bench seat that came out of it. So I suppose today is Nissan Titan disassemble first official video day. That makes me happy. First things first, we got to get these little caps off. Looks like about a 15 or so, I'm guessing. So we'll get these caps off of here, front and back. I really should clean it up. My kids got out here we used it to throw a bunch of trash in like 6 months ago. And they got out here and got one of those bags and demolished this truck because it was just sitting here. So I guess they thought it's okay to break the tail lights and bust the dash and all of that. So anyways, there's another one right there and another one should be over there. Same thing over there. I'm gonna go ahead and get those popped off and start getting these seats out. Once these seats are out, I am definitely gonna go ahead and clean it up in here. I can't stand working on dirty, messy vehicles. And this one's beyond that because this is an abandoned vehicle. Quite literally, it hadn't been driven in I think about 8 months. 14 millimeter hits the spot. Here we go. Here's where we have to start saving things because we're going to reuse them. I'm aware that I'll regret taking both of those out when I get to the back, but we'll burn that bridge. Let's see, how does this come apart? Oh, look, charger. Let's see. I love disassembling plastic we're not going to reuse. You can just throw things. Oh, I didn't think there was anything electrical on this seat. There we go. Next. Man, this is disgusting. Let's see here. Like I said, I owned this truck for over 10 years. I just pulled this and found out there was a cup holder under there the whole time. Who knew? I wonder if there's any more little hidden goodies under this thing. I didn't even know this was here. What do you know? It's a body control module, probably. I don't know, but that's not English. After all these years of owning this Nissan, I'm kind of getting a little bit sad to see the truck in this condition. You know, like it's just trash my kids threw in here since it's been parked. That can clean up. But I'm just talking about sitting here being torn apart. It's kind of sad, but it's all for a good cause. Clearly the bracketry and stuff's going to be totally different, but I just went ahead and sat them in here just to see if they would fit, like on a side-to-side note. Given all of this will be gone because it's, you know, they fit in side to side, so that's something. Let's go look at the other side. Looks really goofy right now, but it's a mock-up. It's not supposed to look good, right? Man, I'm out of breath. I don't know why. Here we go. Pretty cool. Don't worry about that. Like if I had to drive up on the wheel like that, that wouldn't happen, but they're also sitting on top of other bracketry. The other thing I'm going to try is the back seat. Just want to see which one looks better. The back one's a bench seat, but it's, you know, it's a back seat, so it's, you know, not as deep. And if that's the way that I went, then, well, you know what I mean. I'm going to try that one in there too, see which one looks better, because they both work out fine. They'd both be a cool seat for the Nissan F-100. Let's have us a look-see at the power plant that's going to be in the F-100 in its current state. That is a totally original, totally factory, 300,000 plus mile engine. I think it was 304,000 when I quit driving it, but I barely ever did anything to this truck in all those miles. All of this is going to stay. That firewall back there will be the firewall of the F-100. Obviously the inner fenders and stuff like that, that'll all be gone. I'm going to see about this bracing you're looking at with the yellow sticker on it and all that across, just because that would make my life so much easier. But you would have, it would be kind of funky because you'd have the firewall back there, that there as the new core support that I have to weld in. And then beyond that, out here somewhere would be like the grill, and there would be a big gap opening. So that might be kind of funky, but we'll see how it looks when we get there. We're not going for perfection. We're going for kind of a rat rod meets resto mod meets something. I think the next thing we're gonna do is, well, I'm gonna clean this up before I do any of it, but I think the next thing that's gonna happen is gonna be starting to take the little stuff off that really don't matter, like these plastic B-pillar and A-pillar things and the OS handle and seat belts, that type of thing, just to get them out of the way so we can get some better measurement. There's still a few scares I have with measurement, but it'll work one way or the other. Like this steering column, that's going to be a nightmare because I don't want to use that steering wheel. And with the firewall way up there, I would be right up on it, like the seat would be up here. So that's things that you just got to figure out as you go. The way that I'm doing this, I'm trying to retain every single electrical, everything, every switch, everything, so that this can go back in under the seat, under the F-100. And what's this? The back window up and down. I can't fit that window in that truck, but I still want to keep the switch. Maybe I'll do something with it. All of these, all of it, I want it all to be there. Think about how easy that makes it in the future if I decide 5 or 10 or whatever years from now that I want to put power windows in the truck. It's already wired for it. I just gotta, you know, get the actual power window modules and all that. I'd planned on the next thing doing right now being taking these fenders off, but I realized in order to do that, you gotta take the hood off. I don't want this exposed to the elements quite yet, so we're not gonna do that. So we didn't really get anything done today, but we got something done. So we're gonna just call it at that and go in the house. remember to support your local racetracks, support your local car culture, and gasoline engines while they're still around. And HoffmanBuilt.